I would definitely recommend Dr. Tom's program or working with Dr. Jess if you have a chronic illness, because you will have someone on your team, someone who is tuning into every detail of what's happening with your health. And you will have somebody who you can reach at any point when you're struggling, and they will help you get better step by step and encourage you along the way. Julia Burnham from Newcastle, California. I had been working with a functional doctor locally for a couple of years before I met Dr. Jess, but I was starting to feel really discouraged by the practice and the level of organization and attention. I needed a level of care where I felt like I left every appointment knowing what the next plan was, and I definitely found that in Dr. Jess. I was struggling with chronic fatigue, unexplained rashes, different neurological symptoms, tingling pain in my arms, chest pain that I was worried was my heart. My symptoms were kind of all over the place, and I didn't have clear answers for what was causing it. I had been listening to a lot of Dr. Tom's lectures and learning more about Lyme, and there was a lot of things that popped up as really relating to things that I were experiencing. At the time, Dr. Tom wasn't taking new patients, and I saw that his apprentice, Dr. Jess, was. And I just knew if he was training other doctors that I would be in great care if I went with her. And from the moment I met her, I knew I was safe. She came into the first appointment knowing my full background. I could tell that she did the research on me, and she was present and focused, and I just felt like this is it. She's the right one. I think the thing that makes Origins of Health different and my care with Dr. Jess is that focus on root cause. When I went in with her, we were focused on trying to figure out if I did have Lyme, but we always came back down to the basics, and she wanted to start with my immune system first to see what was happening. And it became a layered approach where I felt like we had a plan and there was a goal that we had set, and at each appointment we knew what would come next in my treatment plan. So I think just the level of organization and the way that they know how to start at one point and move through as we see progress. The thing that I felt most hesitant about with joining Origins of Health was working with a practitioner that was across the country. I didn't know how it would be meeting with someone online. I tend to feel more comfortable with people in person. But the minute I met with Dr. Montalvo on our first appointment, I felt great about it. I felt like the level of communication online was perfect. I felt heard and seen, and I didn't think that the online platform created any barriers. What surprised me most about working with Dr. Jess was just how comfortable I felt with her and her level of organization and communication. I felt like she always knew what to do next, and I've had huge progress in the way that I feel. So many of my symptoms have gone away. I know the path that I'm on now and what we're working towards, and it all feels very attainable. She's very comfortable to work with, and I feel safe with her. I know that she has my back and she's listening, and she'll help me come up with the next plan when we need it. I feel a lot more energy on a day-to-day basis. I can get out and go on my walks without feeling extreme fatigue. My mood has improved greatly. I feel like it's impacted my interpersonal relationships in a better way because I feel better. I'm not feeling the chronic pain like I was before. Dr. Jess really makes me feel excited about my future. I know that what we are doing is working, and I know that in time I'm going to feel like myself again, and I have her encouragement along the way.